Alright, we back. Time for units. We start with the thing that everybody wants to play. Blood Knights. Tunes back on, please. Blood Knights. What do we got? 3/10/3 Templar Lance or Templar Blade. A 2-inch reach. We're working on it. They used to be 1-inch, right? Didn't they used to be 1-inch? Even though they had like, where their lances were 3 inches long in real life. You know, 2, we're working on it. The next book it'll be 3. We're getting there. Good work. 3s and 3s, -2/1. I was hoping for -2/2, so they weren't like all on the charge, but that's okay. I mean, most cavalry are all on the charge, right? Reroll ward rolls of 1 for this unit with the standard bear. Interesting. Okay, so 3 up and you can reroll ward rolls of 1. Okay, that's very often not gonna matter, but man, that's a lot of rolling for no reason. I am kind of against that. I'm actually kind of against that. Like, you're looking for a 6. And so every time these motherfuckers take any damage at all, you get 5 dice in your hands, and you roll 5 dice, and none of them are 6s, and you pick them all up, or you pick one of them up again that's a 1, and you re-roll it, and it's not a 6. Like, the ability has such a small chance of doing anything, but you have to try for it every time. I think it's a huge waste of time. Three 10-inch, 3 up, good. 2-inch reach finally, good. 15 attacks, 16 attacks. 3s and 3s, -2, probably 3 on the charge or something like that. Maybe 2. Maybe this is a maybe this is a nitpick, but I think a 6-up ward anyway is kind of like whatever. But then now you're picking out the 1s also and re-rolling them, and then nothing happens. Kind of a time waster. The hunger. Riders of Ruin. Yeah, Riders of Ruin is great. Riders of Ruin is great. Fly over, 3 wounds, and 2 up, D3 trample. Love it. Great ability. it's possible but unlikely that you could even do it a few times a turn, right? After this unit has moved, roll a die for each enemy unit that it passed across on a 2-up D3. That's sick. Let's count the ways. So no, you can't do it in the movement phase. Cool. Is there any retreat in charge in this book? Wait, hold up. Mommy of Nightmare spell. Does that only work for Avangori monsters, or does it work for Avangori keyword period? You can do it in move, you just can't end closer than 3. I was to understand that you could never even get within 3. It's not about ending or beginning. Oh, but they can do it as though they had flying, so never mind. You could possibly do it in movement. Oh, it's Avangori monsters. Okay, I was thinking if it was Avangori units, a Blood Knight could retreat and then later pile in 6 back into combat. Even though you probably wouldn't want to do that because they'd lose their charge bonus. But I'm just trying to think outside the box here. So if you happen to start really close, which would never happen, you can do 2d3 before you're even doing anything. That's cool. But you're guaranteed 2d3 at least. Sometimes 3d3. I like it. They're sweet. Add 1 to damage on the charge. Doesn't work on mounts. Yeah, Blood Knights are awesome. I just don't like this stupid ward reroll thing. Huge time waster. They have the hunger, so you know, their guys are just kind of always at full life. Riders of Ruin is awesome. They aren't doing like the most damage after the charge, you know, because they're only round 1. But they're always piling in, so they're always like Riders of Ruining, at least for the pile-in, right? Just kind of like doing mortal wounds. Mortal wounds are just sort of happening around them. Hunger can't bring back dead guys. Yeah, that's why they're always at full life instead of regenning. The best you can do is regen the wounded guy up to full, right? But that's not nothing. It's not nothing when they have a 3-up save and a 6-up award that they can reroll 1 in 36 opportunities into having something happen, right? Let's see. What should they cost, though? This is a good war scroll. It's not a great War Scroll. A great War Scroll would have 2 printed here and then keep the +1 dam. But it's a very good War Scroll. Let's see. They hit hard. Ren 2 is pretty rare in the book. Yeah, they do hit hard. Especially because every time, you know, whenever they're hitting, they're just sort of 2d3 mortal woundsing for the most part. I think... what are Chaos Knights? Are these better than Chaos Knights? They both come in 5s. We can compare them pretty directly. Chaos Knights have a rune shield. I think they're faster. They have more shit to absorb. These guys are not summonable, so a lot of the synergies go away for them. Whereas Chaos Knights can absorb everything. I think Chaos Knights outdamage them, and they have a rune ward. But these guys are doing mortal wounds and stuff. What are Chaos Knights? Is it cheating to look up what Chaos Knights are and just have it be these guys? I don't think it is. Because if I just knew it, it would be fine. Mostly because they both come in 5s. Checking the tapes. 230 for 5 are Chaos Knights. 220 after the update. Can get +1 attack and damage in magical Christmas tree land. In which case Blood Knights should be 200. I'm guessing 200. My guess is 200. Alrighty then, chat room. What's the final cost? Alright, I might have to start looking these up myself. They're 230? Okay. 230 is a lot. They lost horse bites? No. It's just that the horse bites don't get the bonus dam from the charge, that's all. These cost too much, but they're good. Like the War Scroll is good. So in the future, when the next Battle Scroll comes out and they go down to 210 or something, maybe even 200, I think they'll be quite nice. Next up, Blarglist. Heists. 4 wounds, 5 up save, 12-inch move. Some attacks. They can fly. They have exploding hits. They have the hunger. During deployment, instead of seizing up the instead of setting up this unit, you can place the one. They have a deep strike. How are you going to give a 12-inch flyer deep strike? For what purpose? You're going to give a 12-inch flyer that can't get any charge bonuses a deep strike. What are these supposed to be for? Like, what do you do with these? What are they for? They're like fast objective maybe things, but I don't know that they do enough damage for that. I suppose 9 attacks, 3s and 3s, rend 1 damage 2 is pretty good, honestly. The models are awful. 4 wounds a pop is a lot, so if somebody does 5 damage to this squad, or... I mean, if someone does 7 damage to this squad, the hunger can heal 1 up 3, which is a lot of healing, I guess. They have exploding hits, which is cool, but a big unit isn't going to do anything because their range is so small. Battle line and Knight and Avangori, okay. These are Yetis. These are more Yetis. Like wiggly stuff that they maybe expect you to do something with, but really they're kind of like really fast chaff. I'd probably get 3 of them. Geez, I don't know. $140. I'm not happy about it, but that's my guess. They're like way better Yetis that are still not quite good enough. I'll say 140. They kind of beat other chaff for side objectives. Yeah, if it's a min-sized thing, you know. 155, okay. The 5 points are creeping in. Like, maybe you use these as battle line in Avangori, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sold on him. Oskurgan True Blades. And then down here they have a picture of not these guys, of some other guys. Are these foot vampires? Yo, foot vampire squad. How many dudes are in this unit? Eight? Damn. Foot vampires, let's go. Oh, he gets the top profile, huh? Okay, so normally they're on 2 attacks, 3s and 3s, 1/1. One in every 8 is a werewolf with honestly still not great attacks. They are the Warcry Warband. Oh, okay. Sometimes they make the enemy fight last on a 3-up about. monsters struggle to hit them. A bunch of rules, it's a warband. 120. My guess is 120. $180, okay. Alright, the cost is nuts. Bloodseeker Palanquin. It is a buff wagon. And it's a wizard. Alright. 14 flying is pretty good to position a buff wagon. That's nice. I like that. I like that part. Has the hunger, of course. A promising concoction. The first time an enemy hero is slain by an attack made by this unit for the rest of the battle. Wait a minute. You are slaying an enemy hero with 5 attacks, 3s and 3s, 1, 2. And apparently a million attacks, 4s and 4s, nothing, 1. I mean, you aren't, but okay. Okay, if this thing somehow manages to kill a hero, you get this ridiculous buff. +1 attacks, Holy 12, and double heroic actions. I mean, yeah, it's promising, but it's not guaranteed. It's one of those daddy makes a lot of crazy promises kind of things. Well, that's funny. So your job is to figure out how the fuck you can get this thing to actually kill a hero. It is a hero. You can give it like a combat artifact, maybe, if you have any. Wail the Damned. In your shooting phase, roll a die for each enemy unit within 16. 4 up D3, okay. Yeah, flaming weapon it, 3 damage, huh? Put all your buffs into it. You know, it's a vampire. You can load it up. Oh no, it has to be an attack made by this. So it's not just it slays, it has to be an attack. So if you accidentally kill it with Wail of the Damned before you can charge it, like there's some hero with 2 life left and you're like, I can do it, I can kill it. And then the whale accidentally kills it and you don't get the fucking bonus. It's annoying. And then you get a cool blood siphon spell that can only target a hero and does essentially D3 mortal wounds. So you're like, hero phase, D3 mortal wounds. Shooting phase, D3 mortal wounds. Okay, now the hero has like 2 life left. It's time to run in and have 5 attacks on 3s and 3s and maybe do the last 2. And now you have this cool buff. I hate this. This is trash. This thing is bad. It is a trap. It is a trap to go down this road. What do I think it costs? I don't know. This thing should cost 700 so no one even tries to do this. It does D3 mortal wounds to half of the units around it every time you shoot. So that's mortal wounds. It is a wizard with 1 spell. And it's fast. Those are the 3 things it's got. It's fast. It AoE has an okay mortal wound thing a little bit. And it's a wizard. 12 wounds, 4 up. 135.
Wind up in his first offering. Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
310, huh? It went up 60. All right, I'm doubling down. This thing, I really feel this is worth 135. This is a 135 point unit. Mortal Engines. It's costed for concoction being on. It is costed for concoction 100% of the time from the start of the battle being on. Yeah. It has a cost as if a promising concoction said, add 1 to the tax characteristic of melee weapons used by vampires while within 12. And carry out 2 different heroic actions with it. Just period. Like all the time, right? And even then it's too expensive. That's the crazy part. If Promising Concoction had a 100% chance of always working and it just started the game working, 310 would still be too much for this thing. That's the crazy part. Anyway, Mortis Engine. Please be good, please be good. Alright. 12, 14, 4, it's fast, that's good. It does literal 0 damage in combat. Okay. It flies, but it's a buff wagon, that's fine. The Reliquary, alright. 0 dam, fast. That's what we got so far. Not a wizard. Each time a friendly Soulblight Gravelord's wizard successfully casts a spell that is not unbound, unbinds a spell, or dispels an endless spell, place 1 reliquary counter beside this unit to a maximum of 6. Oh, I love keeping track of shit. Once per battle in your hero phase, you can say that this unit will unleash the energies. If you do, each enemy unit within 6 of this unit suffers a number of mortal wounds equal to the counters on it. You can only do this in your hero phase and the range is 6. That's so bad. If this worked in the shooting phase, at least you could drive this thing somewhere and have, but it's the hero phase. It has to just miraculously be in the right spot when it rolls back around to your turn. I mean, your opponent doesn't want to attack it. Or maybe he does, I don't know. It's not even a wizard itself. Chama Becker, it's not looking good. It's not looking good, but I'm gonna read the rest of it. Wail the Damned is okay. That's the same thing the other thing had. Nexus of Death Energy. Each time you pick a friendly Soulblight Graveyard summonable unit within 12, using Deathly Invocation, you can heal D3 plus 3, or return D3 plus 3. Comma Becker, I'm sorry. This thing trash. It's real bad. I'm sorry Games Workshop let you down. What a piece of garbage. It just doesn't do anything. My guess is 135. $230? Sure. What a humongous waste of points. Okay. Look, Coven Throne looks a lot like Mortis Engine. It's possible you can get the same sort of happiness, but let's see. It doesn't even buff. Yeah, it doesn't even buff casting. It doesn't even cast itself. It just sits there. And it's one thing the timing is all wrong on, so it's bad. And it has you, like, count stuff. What a bad. Hey, look, this is a wizard. They figured out how to do that. Okay, so, single caster. Fast. Can't fight. The hunger. Tactical insight. This unit can issue the same command up to 2 times in the same phase. If it does, each command must be summonable. And the second one's free. Nice. That's good. 2 for 1 multi-ball commands are pretty good. Each 1F has to target a summonable. For both. Bit of a downside. That's okay. Scrying Pool. If you take the first turn in the current battle round, this unit can attempt to cast 1 extra spell. If you take the second, you recover 1 extra command point. Fun. Wait. If you take the first turn, does that mean if you aren't the one to choose, you don't get either of these? Surely that's not what it means. I'm not going to read that. We're not reading that far into it. Undying Servitude. Pick an enemy hero with a wounds characteristic of 6 or less within 12. Okay. Oof. Oh, and also, sorry, target foot hero. Well, not necessarily foot hero, but wounds 6 or less only, so it already sucks. Ether mortal wounds of the hero is slain before removing it. You add a vampire lord to your army. Alright, cool. I mean, vampire lords are good. Yeah, I mean, adding a vampire lord to your army is cool, and they are a good unit. Like, the unit is good. It has a good buff. You have to kill a foot hero only with this. You have to finish it off with D3 mortal wounds. So a hero could have 3 life left and you're still very unlikely to kill it. And within 12 inches, so you're really close to it. I mean, this is fast. It can get within 12 of them. And every turn you're just like, do I get a vampire? Do I get a vampire? This unit is bad. But maybe you could play it, depending on what it costs, because you're playing summonable. Multi-ball summonable CAs are alright. Scrying pool is kind of neat. And you're just wasting your spell every turn completely, trying to luck into another vampire lord for fun. This is like a pet unit, maybe. Maybe a pet unit. Maybe a pet unit trying to meme a vamp into your army. But for real, it's bad. Is this going on YouTube? Probably not. All of these streams are like 8 hours long. Ain't nobody got time for that on YouTube, I don't think. And if I start editing it, I'm going to try to chop out the breaks and stuff, and then I'm going to try to chop out, oh, we went on a tangent, and I'm not going to be able to stop. It would take me like 300 hours to edit one of these down to be digestible. So I mean, the VOD's up for as long as it's up for. I used to have a guy who put VODs onto Heywoah Plus, but he got busy, so. And I can't afford to pay anyone, so I wasn't gonna tell him to do that. Ahem. We do this for OBR? Did it yesterday. Please enjoy the 9-hour stream or whatever it was. I don't know if you're into spoilers or not, but OBR looking pretty good. I was pleased. They had a lot they could have fucked up in it, and at least at first glance, they did the important parts that I was looking for correctly, yeah. Some of the points are a little weird, but as long as your actual rules are cool, points can get ticked around as the months and seasons go by. If if your book comes out and your rules are amazing and the points are all wrong, eventually they'll get smoothed out. If your rules are all wrong, you just gotta wait for the next edition, like you're fucked, so. Almost every hero in the book cost way less than I thought it would. And most of the troop units are a bit expensive. So, I don't know, maybe that evens out. Maybe we calls it even on that one. I'm gonna say 170 on the porcelain throne. $275. 230 points for fast AoE shooting mortar wound platform that can work with multiple mortis engines. Seems good. Basically, cheap Comet's Call. Yeah, you mean this thing or that thing? Mortal Engine or the throne? Mortis Engine, okay. Yeah, the Mortis Engine, I priced it at 135 because it has a 50-50 shot of doing D3 mortal wounds to 1 or 2 units. And it's fast. And so that's worth 135 to me. It's kind of like a wizard that's casting a spell that does about that same thing, except it auto works, and that's good, right? Yeah, the Palanquin has the whale as well. Is the Palanquin 230 or 275? Oh, it's 275, I bet. Palanquin is weird. All of these three are just weird. These three are weird. I don't know what to make of them, but I don't think they're any good. But then again, this is just like looking at it on paper for the first time. It's different playing against stuff a lot of times, right? On table versus on page. Normal zombie dragon. They weren't the best before either, if that helps. Yeah, I know. I mean, I played against...
So fucking big.
Thanks for the 202 bits, Orterius. So fucking big, indeed. I played against the Mortis Engine once or twice in 2nd edition. And every time the person put it on the table, they're like, I just really like Mortis Engine. And I know it's bad, but I think it's cool. And then we played the game, it did actual nothing, and then the game was over. And, you gotta have your pet units every now and again, right? Mortis Engine helps with the BT respawn mechanic, too. Oh yeah, I wonder how easy or difficult that one will be to get. Because you get, what, 3 of them? And you don't have to roll anymore, it's just 3 instead of D3. Oh cool, you keep terror. And they can all deep strike, that's cool. What is it? These guys can fight at the top profile if you're in the 1 sub faction, right? Which is kind of useful. They don't chart that badly though. It's just the claws. It's hard to point non-hero monsters that can't give themselves commands that hit on 4s, even if they're fast with flying. I think if you price this guy how I want to price him, you would be spamming them, and you don't want that. Realistically, 7 attacks, 4s and 3s, 1, 2 is 3 hits, 1.5 wounds, past the save, 0, 3 attacks up here, 1 hit, 1 wound, 3 damage. Like, it's way faster than Blood Knights, but that's all it's got. It's faster than Blood Knights, and people can't inspire. So it's like, a Zombie Dragon is faster than a Blood Knight, but that's it. So I would say Blood Knights are just better than Zombie Dragons. It does get a monster action, though. That's good. It does get a monster action. Yeah, whatever Blood Knights are, Zombie Dragon should be about the same. So 230. And even then, I just wouldn't play it. I'd play Blood Knights instead. And instead of Blood Knights, I would play something else instead. I think this monster is a crap monster. 300? Alright. Next. Terrorgeist. $230 for a Zombie Dragon? I don't know, I'm just reading its stats here. I'm like, okay, what does it do? It Pestilential Breathes, which is probably going to do 3 damage total. And then it gets into combat, and it's going to do 3 damage, maybe 5. So, you did 8 damage. Can't issue itself commands. I mean, what is this? It has a monster action. Okay. It's very fast. That's great with flying. But, like, I mean, it looks like a monster on the table, so, like, looks impressive, but I'm not... I guess I'm just not seeing it functionally, you know? If only it had summonable so it could come back, yeah. You'd have to sculpt one that's like sliced directly in half. Because you get half of the unit back. I know it's rounded up, but still, it'd be fun. Anyway, Terrorgeist. Terrorgeist. Alright, even worse attacks than the other one somehow. D6 damage is bad. Once again, can't issue itself commands, hitting on 4s. Has a death streak. Roll a die and add the death streak value shown on the table, so +6. If the total is higher than the target unit's bravery, it suffers a number of mortal wounds equal to the difference. Okay, I don't like it. If the hit roll for the thing that has 3 attacks is 6, so it won't. Once in a blue moon, it'll do 6 mortal wounds. That's cool. But never when you need it to. If this unit is destroyed before it is removed, each enemy unit within 3 suffers D3 mortal wounds. Alright. Yeah, this thing is garbage. Is it better or worse than a Zombie Dragon? Let's see. It is worse than a Zombie Dragon. Because its attacks are somehow shittier. At least this thing can deep strike. And terror actually matters on this, because it won't be killing anything, but it'll be kind of wounding it. So the no inspire is actually kind of good. on Zombie Dragon. So Terrorgeist is worse than a Zombie Dragon, for sure. In almost every way. Worse than Zombie Dragon. And because it's worse than a Zombie Dragon, it should be cheaper than a Zombie Dragon. So apparently Zombie Dragons are worth 300. I don't know how the fuck. Alright. So this thing should be like 200 points. Play 10 of them. It's the same cost? Sure, yeah, because why? I mean, if normal Zombie Dragon is supposed to be 300, this thing should be 40 points worse, probably. But yeah, same cost. I mean, why have different costs for stuff that's different? It doesn't matter, really. I don't think. Because, like, Hero on Zombie Dragon is awesome. So it's no big deal, really, that the non-hero versions are not great, because they never really have been. So it's no water under the bridge. White King. He has a cool beheading strike, that's fun. Lord of the Shambling Bones. Once per turn, at the start of your hero phase, you can pick one friendly Death Rattle skeleton unit, or Graveguard, only within 12. Until your next hero phase, he gets exploding hits. Okay. So exploding hits to Death Rattle. Skeleton Graveguard. Holy 12. It's interesting that you use it and then you keep it until the next hero phase. I kind of like this guy though. He gives exploding hits to your dudes. That's good. It's free. No CA or anything. You don't roll. It's not a spell. It just works. And he's summonable, so you can like bring him back to life to keep buffing stuff. I like this guy. Yeah, he's hella fucking slow, but so are the things that he's buffing, so he's going to be able to keep up with them at least. Which is all you really want. I like this guy. Yeah, I don't mind him at all. I think they think he's worth 120. Is my guess. My guess is 120. Maybe he's cheaper even, I'm not sure, but 135, okay. For once, I guessed too low. For once I guessed too, hold on, I'm gonna find one where I guessed high. Hold up, there, look at that. I thought Vampire Lord was 160, it's 130. There's one I guessed high on. I like him. White King on horse that looks cool. This is such an awesome new sculpt. I love it. This is one of the stipulations. I want this guy to be really good because he looks awesome. I just think that stuff that looks awesome should be good. So sue me. 12-inch move. Fast. He has some attacks, I guess. Hey, 3-up save's good. 7 wounds. The King's Charge. He's got a little impact hit, not bad. Lord of Trampling Bones. Alright, Bone Lord. You can reroll charge rolls for friendly... Oh, so this guy is the Horse Lord. You're going to play a bunch of Black Knights or something. Okay. So you can reroll charge rolls for Black Knights, wholly within 12 of this unit. And I don't know if Black Knights are good this edition or not, but they were not before. Hopefully they are. If Black Knights are good, you might want to play this guy. I hope they're good. In addition, if a friendly Black Knight unit finishes a charge, move wholly within 12 of this unit. The effect of its deathly charge is triggered on each 4 up instead of each... I assume that's a 5. Yeah, 5 up. Alright, so... And improves their impact hits. Nice. You hope they aren't. BK are hideous and old. They are hideous and they are old. I have no defense against that. They are. They look very old. Clam Weeva says, do you share these documents you make? Curious about the OBR one. No, I just kind of type them up to organize my thoughts and give chat something to look at. The last document, this is a new one. I just made a new file because the old one was 120,000 words because I'd been using it on stream for like a year. And opening it and saving it was starting to like cause some strange, slow, like just some bugs were happening. And I'm like, maybe I should I'll just make a new file. I'll create a new one. If you want to have the like the Microsoft Word document, that's 120,000 words in it, live doc. Let's see. How big is it? It's pretty small. I mean, it's just a text file, right? It's not even a megabyte. If White King is 135, this guy should be... I'm gonna be honest. This guy's ability is probably worse than extra hits. But maybe Black Knights only do damage with the charge. Hmm. 150. Final answer. $160. Hey, it was pretty close. It was pretty close. If Black Knights are real good, this guy is playable, which is cool. I hope that he is. Because he looks so sick. He kept that classic old feel, you know? But just updated poly count and looks rather charming now. Hey, here they are. Oh no, it looks like they're melting and made out of... Oh, oof. Damn, yeah, that's a candle wax looking ass model there. BK Broiler Knights. Please be good. Do they still have the BT for having one summonable unit die this turn? Yes, they do. Yeah, look at that soul meme. Ahem. Okay. They're not supposed to fight. Okay. 12-inch move. No armor. No damage. Yeah, the Hornblower charge rolls of less than 6 are just 6. That's such a good ability. It's such a good Hornblower. After this unit makes a charge move, you can pick one enemy within one. If you do so, roll 2 dice for each model in this unit. For each 5 up, the target suffers 1 mortal wound, so 10 dice. You will do 3 damage. 3 mortal wounds, probably. So you charge with 5 of these guys. You do 5 mortal wounds. And then they roll all their attacks. And you do 0 additional damage. So they charge in, do 5 with the White King. And that's it. To save time, because, you know, you just want to save some time in the round, you might as well not even bother rolling any of their attacks. Just to make sure you get all 5 battle rounds in, right? Alright, well, they're not good. But 5 of them do like 3 to 5 mortal wounds on the charge. So that's just what you're doing, right? You take 1,000,000 Black Knights, and they're all so cheap that you just charge them, do like d6 mortal wounds essentially on the charge, and then in combat you don't even roll their attacks. You just assume your opponent kills them, you take them off the table, and then you get them back, and that's the whole point. You charge them in, and then you just take them off the table. And you have like 12 units of them, and you're just bringing back 3-man units of them. You're just doing the charges. Kind of like a little impact hit factory. $120 for 5. $110. Nice. Just think of them as an endless spell that can cap points or just get you a BT. Truly, that's how I feel about it. Yeah, that's exactly right. I'm gonna put the quote in here. They are an endless spell that can capture. That's cool. Yeah, they're an endless spell that can capture. And sometimes come back to life. Maybe they can get you a BT sometime. Graveguard. You know, if Graveguard aren't any good... If Graveguard aren't any good... almost 75% of this entire book's synergies and buffs we were just looking at collapses like a house of cards, and the army is like kind of terrible. So I hope for your sake that these guys are good. Because if they're not, I mean, you can make some cool shit in this book, even if all the skeletons and zombies and stuff are terrible. Because a lot of your heroes are sweet, but I don't know. It's a rug pull if that happens. One wound, 5 up armor, 4-inch move. All right, so they are a glass cannon. 1 wound, 4-inch move, no armor. Not looking good so far. And they have the reroll wards of 1, which is... I hate that. Bad rule. Rules writer should have known better than to do that. Auto charge 6. Awesome. And if the unmodified wound roll for an attack made with melee weapon, it causes a mortal wound in addition. Okay. 4s and 3s. Rend 1, damage 2. 6s proc mortals in addition. Start at 2 attacks. They hit on 4s, which sucks. But you're able to get +1 to hit and wound in various ways. That's okay. Hit buffs are not hard to find. You can get at least +2 attacks. And I just looked at all this stuff for the first time ever, and you can get at least +2 attacks, possibly more. 2-inch range, that's big. They're on 25 mil bases. Yeah, these guys are gonna fucking slap. These are glass cannons. I think this is like the same as they were the last book, just about. Except their musician changed. Yeah, basically same as before. But all we needed was for them to be the same as before. Because the buffs got better. Just off of memory, you can give them +2 attacks from, what? Vampire Lord and Chadakar the Based, right? And then +1 to hit and wound. And you can give them exploding hits with the White King. So you have like 20 of them. They're at 2-inch reach and 25 mil bases, so they can all get all their attacks in. You're talking like 80 attacks on 3s and 2s. 6s to hit are exploding, and 6s to wound is a mortal wound in addition, and they all have rend 1 and damage 2. Yeah, they do a fuckload of damage. If anything attacks them, they are entirely dead. All of them are dead. 100%, right? Anyone can kill 20 of these. But that's the Rochambeau. That's the game you play, you know? They are a glass cannon that comes back to life at half strength after you kill it. And if you somehow don't finish it off, then it slowly comes back. Don't forget Van Hels, just in case. I don't think they'll survive getting hit by anything in the interim. But also, I don't know what they're not killing if they get all their attacks in. I haven't seen a Necromancer yet. Pure glass cannon. Do these come in 5s or 10s now? What's the deal? What's the deal with these guys? They're 10s now? Good. I think 140 is fair. for the ultimate killer be killed unit. It makes a unit of 20 a cool 280. Comes back as a 10. Sure. You can put him to an effective 3-up save with shield and all-out defense. Yeah, you can, but I would still expect them all to die against an actual hammer, even if you did that. So why bother? You might as well give them damage instead. If, in my opinion, they die to any hammer, even when you outfit them for defense, and then you lose all your damage, right? Like, their damage is cut exactly in half, which totally isn't worth it to me anyway. I like it. I like the pure glass cannon. I like playing a shitload of them. But they are not fast. They will not get where you need them to go at all. That's their huge problem. The cannon's gonna fire once and then shatter. Yep, that seems to be how the whole book has been preparing you for as I went through it. It's like, look, your hammer is gonna waddle its fat ass across the table and move fucking 4. You're gonna try to line it up so that it gets to charge something, and you can't fail short charges, so you're like guaranteed, you know? You're gonna do a shitload of damage and it's gonna die. It's gonna die in one fell swoop to the counter charge easy. Then you bring it back to life as a 10-man. And then the 10-man becomes a screen or becomes a thing that's gonna waddle towards some objective somewhere, charge one time, do some damage, and then die. But that's fine, because you just got a bunch of them, you know? Anyway, good work. If only they had new sculpts, I'm gonna be honest. I want to see them with great white blades. That would be cool. Hey, we got to the Necromancer section. Necromancer. Oh, this got worse. It became a 4-up. Didn't it used to be a 3-up? I thought. Maybe that's a long time ago. Oh, Dance Macabre is different. It is changed. Thanks, I hate it. Okay, you don't even bother taking a Necromancer now. Yeah, Dance is changed to a hero fight. Therefore, he is shelved. Trash. Next. Zombies. Yeah, your skeletons are not going to be alive in your hero phase in combat. It's just not going to happen. So, I don't see a purpose for him. And he's technically still a wizard, but so are the great units that are wizards that we have just been looking at this whole time. So yeah, he lost his job. He's been fired. Someone took his job. All those others are vampire wizards. Oh, that's right. What even are the death wizards or the death mage wizards in your army? Good point. Maybe you have to take a necromancer just to get access to death mage spells? Can the Mortarks take a death mage lore? Mortarks and Necromancer. Oh, okay, we're playing a Mortark, so no problem. Yeah, he's still fired. You're still fired, sir. I should put a note there, though. That's, like, useful. Only thing that gets Death Mage spells other than Mortark, which you're playing. So, still fired. Ahem. So if you're not Legion of Blood or Knight, then you probably might take one. I mean, how good were those spells? Because the spells now the spells have to be pretty good for me to spend, you know, for me to take a guy that I wasn't planning on taking at all. Right? How good were those spells? Fading Vigor, Prison, Waste. It was 3 debuffs that were all pretty good. Yeah, these are pretty good debuffs, all of them. (18-inch debuff), 12 or 24, really just a 12. Okay, so you do have some pretty good debuffs. If you are trying to play an army that actually wants to debuff the opponent, you could take one. Are you even trying to debuff your opponent, though? I don't know. Are your zombies and skeletons going to be tar pits enough so that all it takes is a debuff and they're not dead? Let's see. Yeah, you have... Yeah, they just have nothing, but the point is that you do mortals. Roll a dice each time a unit in this unit is slain. I mean, a model in the unit is slain. 5 up attacking unit suffers 1 mortal wound. Okay. The Newly Dead. At the end of the combat phase, you can roll a die for each enemy model that was slain by wounds caused by this unit's attacks in that phase. So 0. For each 2 up, you can add it. Oh, didn't these guys used to do mortal wounds? And that was the whole point? Like, they did mortals on 6s? And that was, like, why they were good? Didn't they have a 6-inch pile-in thing? Alright. Okay. Yeah, what's the purpose of these guys? There's a lot of chaff in this book, and some of the chaff actually does something. If this chaff doesn't do anything, then what the fuck are you doing? What are you here for? That's sad. I was hoping they would bring skeletons up to the point where it's like, hey, you choose zombies for this and skeletons for that. New zombie scroll needs to be considered alongside corpse guard. Alright, let's find corpse guard. Is it still, there's 1 lodestone and 1 other thing? Doesn't look like it. Because there's the lodestone corpse card for the casting. And there was the zombie one. Because this is the normal one. Oh, it's probably just a choice, right? Yeah. It used to be 2 different war scrolls. Yeah, add casting rolls for Soulblight Gravelords. Wizards holier than 12. That's great. That's awesome. The unmodified wound roll for an attack made by a friendly zombie is wholly within 12. Okay, so you got it back, but it's only on... Did it used to be on wound rolls? I thought it was on hit rolls. Maybe I'm wrong. That actually really matters, by the way. Like, people are... You know, everybody's pretty good at fighting in 3rd edition. Most people are on 3s and 3s and stuff. And so it's like, hit roll, wound roll. Yeah, the wound roll's a little worse, but that's fine. This is on wounds. You know what zombies hit on? 5s. You know how many dice they're gonna roll? Yeah, this is... you don't do this, I don't think. They have one... They have reach 1? Yeah. Reach 1, 2 attacks. So... maybe 10 of them or something get to attack. So you're rolling 20 dice. 17 of those miss or something. 16 of those miss or something. You hit with 3. You roll 3 wound rolls. None of those are 6s and nothing happens. Yeah, I wouldn't even use them for chaff. Vamplord gives them +1 attack. Jadakar gives him another +1 attack. But he has to successfully finish a charge to do that. Right? And so he's covering valuable real estate that a blob of 1,000,000 zombies wants to be in for fighting. So he's like making their damage a little worse, and then making their damage a little better. They only have 1-inch reach. It's wholly within 12 of a corpse cart, which is hard for huge zombie clouds. Bella's big though. I just think this is bad. I don't know why we needed to make zombies useless. They weren't dominating top tables, anything. I don't know why we had to do this to zombies. Like, the whole point was you keep zombies good, and then you take the stuff that isn't zombies and you make it good too so people can choose. If you don't like zombies, no problem, bro. We got over here, you can play some skeletons if you want. Over here, we got zombies and weird, like, bat shit, you know, stuff. I don't know. This isn't probably intended, but it really feels like thanks for buying the brand new zombie sculpts. Now put them on your shelf. Werewolves. These are Yetis. They have the Yeti pylon thing. Everything's Yetis, by the way. One in every 10 models is a Doom Wolf. Holy shit. Let's fucking go. The champion is a Doom Wolf. Alright, awesome. 10-inch move, can't fight. Awesome. Hello, only 1-inch reach for zombies doesn't real matter because you're on 25 mil bases. Well, it does, right? Like, because you're on 25s, it means 2 ranks get to fight when you're on 1-inch reach. Or 3 ranks get to fight if you're on 2-inch reach. So, it's true, it does matter, right? Points for the zombies. Really? Zombies are 115? Okay. I'm not even guessing on the zombies because I don't know how to price something that's worthless. Thanks for the points. They went up 5. Sure. I mean, they might as well raise your you might as well raise their price while making them 80% worse. Perfect sense. Dire Wolf.
Dylan! You son of a bitch.
Isidore, 27. Thanks for the big raid. It's the raiding party at 12. I appreciate it. What are you guys doing? What were you up to this fine evening? Devs tried real hard with this book. No copy paste at all. Rewrote every scroll. Honestly, wish they had put in a bit less effort. Well, you know. You know what people complain about copy pasting until they don't copy paste the thing that you wanted to stay good, right? You were playing Minecraft instead of painting. Hand's been feeling some pain. I'm sorry to hear that, Isidore. I hope it improves with some leisurely Minecraft activities. We're going over the Soulblight book, and honestly, you rated it a bad time. Because we got to the section of the book which is just pure disappointment, but there was a bunch of cool stuff before that. There was 5 hours of awesome shit before now that was actually like exciting and cool and powerful, and now we got to the part where it's like, oh, zombies, they were nerfed, yeah, they suck, sad. Oh, this thing sucks, that's sad. Oh, this thing sucks, that's... So unfortunately we got to the section of the book where everything I read is a disappointment, but I swear to you, the first half was really good. Luckily, you're playing Gloomspite Gietz. Oh, well, sorry about all those points increases, but you have to admit, it was not a surprise. And you're still great, so no big deal. Just bats. They're just bats. They're just normal bats. Innocent bats. Hey, 2 damage at the end of that, though. Neat. 14 flying, 3/6 up. Somehow they have the hunger. Gets enjoyers stay winning anyway. True. Single-minded ferocity. You can retreat and still charge. That's cool. In addition, the end of a phase, any enemy models are slain by wounds caused by this unit's attacks. Add 1 to the attack's characteristic. For the rest of the battle. Stacks forever. There we go. We found a combo. All you have to do with fell bats is you attack opponent chaff, right? Every single turn. And slowly their attack's characteristic starts going up. By the end of the battle, you'll have 3 bats that are on like 18 attacks. So they'll do 4 damage or something. Let's not be crazy hard on zombies. They do explode when they die. That's something. And now you don't need to roll attacks with them. You used to have to roll attacks. because sometimes they would do a mortal wound. Now you don't need to bother, you can save time. I'm not memeing. You really should just save time and not roll. It's worth it. Ask your opponent, do you want to take 1 damage, or do you want to watch me roll 40 dice and then 20 dice and then have you roll 10, or what do you want to do all that to end up taking 2 by the end of it anyway? And your opponent's like, I'll just take the 1, it's fine. Wolves are 130. Fast. Can retreat and charge, I guess. They're bats. What are bats? 60 or something? $85. Yeah, it was kind of close. It's kind of close. The copse cart. Nice little copse of trees. Plus 1 to cast, Holy 12 is good. It's a good buff. Points are no longer rounded to 10s now. They are, except for a few books. They went through all the points in the whole game. Sorry. They went through 90% of the points in the whole game and got rid of the stupid 5s that didn't matter. And then they printed 4 new books that have 5s in them. So I don't know what they're doing. Alright, I like a +1 to cast. For fucking sure. I like this a lot. Please tell me this dude costs like 100 points or something. If so, he's going in. $70? Awesome. Corpse card is basically an artifact that you pay points for and represent on the table with a model. I'm a buyer. I'm a buyer. Auto include, maybe. Yeah, I like this guy as an auto include, maybe. I love it. Great work. Death Rattle Skeletons. They're like a band from 1979. The Skeletones. Hey, 4s and 3s 01. You might roll these. At the start of the combat phase, roll die for each slain model from this unit. On a 4-up, you can return it. Cool. Improve rend by 1 if the number of models in this unit is greater than the number of models in the target unit. Sweet, okay. Hey. Alright. Yo, these ain't bad. Also rend if outnumber. Start of combat. 4-up. Rally, essentially. They only have 1 attack, I guess. They don't have the auto charge 6. Ramon, you thought my music was yours? Sorry. Nope, I got some stuff on because I'm going to be reading a lot and then sometimes talking, so I just wanted some noise to be happening, right? Skeletons are the only way to get one of the battle tactics. How else can you return 6 models? Oh, true, B Timmy. Also, it's the start of the combat phase whether they're in the combat or not, which is cool. Roll high with Mortis Engine. True! Alright, max roll with the Mortis Engine. There we go. Hey, Mortis Engine worth, right? Alright, they don't really do anything else, though. So... they start at 1 attack. They got a bunch of buffs to absorb. They can get +1 rend. They're not really doing much damage. But maybe they are in a huge unit. I'm not sure. I haven't done the math. Graveguard for sure are. They have a 5-up save, which is not great, but they're supposed to be chaff that are supposed to die and come back to life, so I don't expect a good save. And you have 10 of these. My guess is 100 points. My guess for the corpse cart was also 100. And it was less than I thought, and I was pleased. And I didn't know what zombies should cost. They're 85. How come death rattle skeletons are cheaper than zombies, but they're better? Oh, because zombies are 20, that's why. Because you get 20 of them. I answered my own question. Look, I've been streaming for 9 hours. I'm going to be asking some obvious questions from this point onward, right? Damn, these guys look so good, don't they? I love Sepulchral Guard. They look so good. Damn, that's a lot of profiles to roll. Some of them are even different. They are proxies. Are any of these warbands good? I'm guessing no. Stopping Pylon is good. It's a good ability. But nah. Dean Talos the Exile. Each time the unit fights after all its attacks are resolved. Oh yeah, it's got the hunger. Can run and still charge. Okay, nope. Oh, these guys still have the hit. There's so many warbands. Stop. I don't want any more warbands. Stop making them. I mean, you probably still have to make them because people play that game and they tell me it's good, actually. So, there is that. Prince Dufresne. This is a bunch of like foot vampires that went to a party. Oh, that's a... Hey. Hey. He can't be attacked in combat? Cool. Fiendish Lure is a great spell, but the range is so short you can't use it, but still, that's neat. He's got some cool abilities. Each time this unit fights, hunger... okay, but these people do nothing. Okay. Alright, so... Prince... Dufresne. That's neat. So this guy's a single caster. Sometimes he can't be attacked in melee, that's neat. +1 hit and wound dogpile spell, which is really good. But it's only 6-inch range, which is so short, I don't even know if you want him. And he comes with some friends that, they exist, I suppose. What would I pay for the Crimson Court? How many people are in it? 4? He's a wizard, that's cool. This thing's kind of neat. If you can find a way to ever land this spell, it's pretty good. 1, 2, 3. Alright, comes with 3 friends. Yeah, essentially he forces you to kill his friends before him, which is neat. What do you even cost this guy at? I don't think he's worth playing. But technically there's a lot of like hero feeling models in the unit. So it probably just has to be more expensive than anyone is going to want to pay. I think this would, 165 would be maybe tempting for someone, but they would still choose not to. I guess 165, I guess. 220? Yeah, sure. Nope. In a way, I appreciate that they write rules for these in Age of Sigmar. But in another way, I kind of prefer... I almost wish they would just keep them as proxies and not even bother. Kind of clogs up the game with a bunch of horrible crap. With war scrolls that are obnoxiously huge with a million different attack profiles and are... 1 in 20 of them are playable. But I suppose maybe it's worth it. Maybe it's worth it for the really cool Warcry unit that's actually, or not Warcry, Underworld unit that's actually good, right? Or fun or something. Path to Ignori, am I right? They always give great abilities, but overcosted the moon. The problem with them is the War Scroll usually has one cool ability on it, and maybe a wizard. And so what you want is that, and you want to pay like 120, 130 points for it, because that's what it's worth, but it's cool. But then it comes with a bunch of other just random guys, and they can't just give you the guys for free. They got wounds, they got armor, and so they just have to price it because they have bodies. And so it's like mathematically impossible to have them be good almost. because there's just always going to be 200 points of boots on the ground connected to 130 points of an ability you want. And it almost is a catch-22. Anyway, zombies just explode when they die. Like, that's why you take them. They're trash, but they're supposed to be trash. Their job is to be trash because they are chaff. They're not supposed to do any damage. They're not supposed to be able to fight. They're supposed to die to everything and never live. That's actually kind of their job. When you kill them, sometimes they blow up. That's better than most chaff. So, just because zombies used to actually participate in the combat phase in any meaningful way, and now that's gone, they're obviously worse, but I don't know. You gave them all, you know, grenade vests, I guess. Death rattle skeletons are better than zombies, obviously. They're just different. These guys are like, hey, I want my chaff to roll some dice in combat sometimes. But I don't know if you even do that. I think you play a bunch of Giga Chad fucking heroes, 3 units of Grave Guard, and hope nobody charges them before you can run them in the combat. And you do have Giga Chad heroes, that is for sure. Alright, all the way to the top. Another 2,710 words to add to the 120k. What was I looking for at the beginning of this? What did I hope to see? More cohesion on theme and synergies. Book feels like soup. Make skeleton and zombies both good in their own ways? Kinda. Very aristocratic book in that there are privileged nobles and then the trash peasants. Yep. I got that feeling. He's alright. It's an improvement. Onwards and upwards. Vampire spell lore has been the worst in the game, a laughing stock. With the double cast ability, the literally non-bows with half of the spells really needs a fix. They fixed this part. The spells are so balanced that players probably won't like it. They took the fast one away. Grave sites are mid, boring. It's time for a fresh look. Fresh look not found. New Endless Legions is awesome. This thing is the shit. Grave sites are boring and just kind of like bad deep strikes. Your spell lores are so balanced that people might not even like it. Blood Oh, the sub-factions are all over the fucking place. Blood is awesome. Super exciting. Knight is weird, and I don't like it. It doesn't seem... It seems like it's trying to be tricky, but what it succeeds at doing is just being weird and not really fun. Wolfos Wolfany. Okay, dire wolves aren't any good, but I still kind of like this sub-faction. Your heroes are so cool. Your heroes are so cool, and they give so many cool buffs that this might be like the default. If you're not trying to play Hero Hammer, which is clearly blood, I kind of like Wolf 1. The problem with Wolf 1 is your main ability sucks. This shit sucks. But all of the heroes that are locked into Virko's dynasty are like great. So maybe we calls it even. Castellite Dynasty has the level up system, but that's like more fun than good, I think. I don't see much value in Castellite. It is the one source of alpha though. Like you have +3 to charge on your general, and he gets deep strike. So if you're in Castellite Dynasty and you want to be able to alpha strike with a single monster who is your general, you can reliably do it. So maybe that's worth it. Avangori. Your monsters fight at the top bracket. Okay. This is good because your one Vampire Lord on Zombie Dragon guy is never going to chart. You will not be playing any other monsters that chart though, because I don't think Lokovai and the other one do. They don't chart, right? I don't think they do. And you sure as fuck aren't going to play any of those like non-hero monsters. Vampire or zombie dragons or anything. Them things are awful. You have good traits and artifacts. Cute collar is strong. Alright, and that's the... Neferata gives you the best alpha. Does she... How does she alpha? Does she give bonus movement somehow? I'm trying to think now. I just went over a lot. What does Neferata do to give you an alpha strike? Because her one spell is defensive, her other thing is defensive. She's fast, but... I don't think there's any... I'm trying to think, any charge bonuses or anything like that? The redeploys? I don't know that that counts as an alpha strike if you have to wait till your opponent's turn and then wait until your opponent dutifully gets within 9 of you to do it. It's a cool trick, but I don't know if it's an alpha. Anyway, she's looking good though. Neferata, pretty good. Vampire Lord on Zombie Dragon, pretty good. Most of your heroes are like chads, actually. Your heroes are so sick. And then your troops are like disgusting dirt peasants that actually suck. And they're just supposed to die and come back to life a million times, which makes a lot of sense. That, honestly, that lines up. That's what the book's about. The book is about having glorious vampire lords that are awesome. Telling disgusting shit peasants what to do and having them die for their masters and coming back to life on the opponent's turn. Graveguard are good. Blood Knights are good, but definitely too expensive. You're gonna be like trying to find troops that are worth something outside of Graveguard. I'm trying to think. Damn, okay, so all the people complaining online about zombies being humongously nerfed, I gotta tell them that you're right, but I don't mind 20 models in a 115 point unit that explode on death. I think that's pretty good too. It's very different than what they used to do, but I don't know. I think a 20 model chaff unit for 115 that does, I don't know, whatever, like a D3, maybe a D6 mortal wounds when it dies, I think that's good. It doesn't participate in the combat phase, but I think that's good. There's a lot of rules spent on buffing the peasants from nothing to still nothing. Yeah. The only peasant I think that's worth buffing is Graveguard. So there's like 5 or 6 buffs and synergies that are supposed to go on all of your guys, but it's not worth it. You just put them on Graveguard, I guess. Battle tactics did get a lot easier, that's true. 2x60 exploding zombies that come back for free as 2x30 more exploding zombies. I don't know that I need to... Do we need 60-man units of zombies? Can we just have like 20s and 40s? I suppose if they're 60, they come back 30, and I should be thinking about it through the lens of when they come back, how big are they going to be, not how many do I want. I could see like a bunch of units of 40 or something that come back as 20. Because like zombies aren't like our plan, it's just a quarter of the army is zombies. Or maybe even a third of the army is zombies or something. And then everything else is just cool shit. It's not about need? Okay, well true, yeah, it's about sending a message, yeah. You went to bed, Heywoah streaming, woke up, Heywoah streaming. Hope it's been a good one. Music got you hyped for new Zelda. Yeah, you know, I like this channel. It plays the good music that gets people nostalgic up every once in a while. It is 2 a.m. and I started streaming at 4 p.m. So we're closing in on the 10-hour mark. I mean the 8-hour mark? Wait, the 9-hour mark? I've been streaming too long to do math. Sorry. You did overtime? Sadly, no overtime money. Yeah, it's true. But, I mean, everyone who watches me is already subscribed for the most part. What are you gonna do? I want to talk about Age of Sigmar. If I wanted to make more money, I would stream on Kick. Where they don't steal half of your sub money for no reason. But, we'll see if they can find advertisers. Which might be an issue for them. I'm not about to ask everybody to switch over and then have the website die like Mixer did, so... Anyway, hey, thanks for watching. This book doesn't seem as bad as everyone thinks it is. But, I've only looked at it one time and I don't play the army, so I guess, like, don't trust me, right? They got the questionable crypto gambling money. Yeah, but actually it's not crypto gambling money, it's just gambling money. It's also crypto gambling money, I think, but it's mostly real gambling money. If you're gonna get the problem is if you want to stream, you can't be on a high horse about the company you work for. Ooh, this is a gambling website, that's bad. True. Twitch is owned by Amazon. Nobody's on the high ground here. It's a butter eating contest. The winner still loses. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys. I don't know when I'll see you guys. It's like Easter. I might have to leave the house. Ugh, God. I might have to leave the house this week. Do an Easter thing maybe. So I'll keep you posted. But I might have to do that over the weekend. So Waifu Weekend once again gets relegated to the penalty box. But anyway, just hang out on Discord. If I stream, I'll send a message out. Thanks for watching. Please enjoy my outro.